Okay, so I have cut my 1/2-inch strips. Excuse me. Oh, too thick there. And I'm putting this one down on the very last one. I mean, this, you know, it's not the back, it's just the very last. And I'm leaving myself a little bit of room because I do have a marker that looks to be about the same color. Oops, I dropped one of my, there we go. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try very carefully. And get that blue edge and this pen was not working until I did my maintenance on it. So I'm very happy that I did that already. So that I didn't have to wait an hour or more to get my pen. So you see what I'm doing. I'm going to do these on each one that I put down. All right. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. I got a little, oh, that was just a little something, something. Not a pen mark. Okay, so that is what we're doing on all of these. So as soon as I get that done, I will come back and we'll finish assembling all of this up. Now, we're not going to glue this top one on because we have to mess with our magnets. So just remember that. All right, guys, be back in a few. Okay, so it's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm just going around the edge of my paper and letting that brush tip just rest on the edge. Just take your time. There we go. Now, I started to put the magnets down and changed my mind because they were going to be right on the end of the paper. So, now remember, this is a belly band. So I'm going to put this on first, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put the bottom on first. And I am going to clip these edges just a smidge, just to help keep all the corners really adding up in bundling up into a massive amount of space. All right, so does that look right for me? I think it's good. Let me bring this down just a smidge. Is that good? Or did I get it crooked now? No, looks good. Looks good. Okay. Let me go ahead before I put the glue. Don't cut the score mark off at all, just above the score, and just take little snippets off of there so that we can hide all the inner workings. What the heck? Okay. Ah! All right. Make sure you've got it folded down and that it looks fairly straight. Alrighty. There we go. Now, in order to get this, I am going to tie. Let me go ahead and fix this end. Okay, well that doesn't work. Oh, and that doesn't smell very good at all. Woo! Alrighty then. Okay, let's see how much we're gonna need. Okay, so I know at least right about here. Okay. Now I'm going to figure out where exactly I need, and I'm going to put a light line just right up across the top here. So I know I need to stay below that line, but not much below it because I want the, let's see, I think I'm going to do it like this, and I'm just going to cover that line up just a smidge. Let's see. Let me try and get it straight. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay. Oh my goodness, tear. Okay, so I've got that down. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Well, that looks like it lines up nicely, so good. Okay, let's take this off. And I'm going to find the center. And lay that down. So that part's done. Now, I'm going to put the matching magnets. Good, there's one. There's two. Yahoo! And then I'm going to put just a touch of glue on each one. Pull this around. Pull this around. Okay. Now let's try and tie a nice bow without sticking everything else down until we're ready. Okay. Just fiddle around with it until you get it the way you like it. And you can really do quite a bit with these to make them the way you want them. Okay, I'm going to quit fiddling with it for right now. And then you just... Well, I didn't make it up quite. I didn't make it quite high enough, did I? Poodle. Poodly doodly. So, if I tie it up here... Oops. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay, so there we go. There is our beautiful waterfall. I will come back and do these once I know what I want to put in there, because I might still do that grayish brown that I'm doing on the other parts. Now we've got to figure out what we're going to do here, and then we will be done with this page. I think I just want to cover it. I think I just want to cover it. Let's see. These are just too small. I think I'll just do this. And I think I'll do the blue edge around it as well. So let me make a few marks. Get this cut. Yep. Okay. Now, one thing, if you are doing the pen marks, you want to make sure you're not getting glue squirting out, because the pen won't go where the glue squirted out. It will not. All right. Oops. There we go. Now let me get this pen out again and just very carefully. Ah! Dang it. Well, we'll just put something on there. You know, if you mess up, you mess up. But don't, see, and then I got in a hurry. So, yeah, got a little glue there. There we go. Just take your time. Take your time. All right. So that'll be easy to cover up. One of our little gizmos or something. We'll cover that up. So there is our page. Let's pull this in. Lay this down. Beautiful. Beautiful, right? Love it. This can come up a little bit. I think that's much better. Yeah, let's put this down and move on, guys. Yes, sirree bobbers. We are moving right along. I am thinking about what I'm going to do with the cover. So, you guys will have to hang on for that because I am just not sure yet. With this top to these pages, it's going to be an interesting one. So I would be interested in hearing what you guys would think. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm just still working it out in my head. But it would be interesting to hear, and a challenge for you to think something like that through. What would you do for a cover on this? On these for these pages. So there would be a nice challenge for you. A nice challenge. Think about that. What you would do. I'm just making sure that I've got this nicely glued down. Oh, that is quite lovely. Quite lovely. And then that one is going to be, I didn't leave one on this one. I could have left the bottom piece, but this one probably the tags will be the, this tag and this tag will have, oh, and just to let you know, I went ahead and pulled the tags that I had stuck in these. I pulled them all. And I think I'm going to do white tags, and that will give me more of this paper to use, and also the yellow paper to use. So, so I went ahead and did that. All right, guys, next we're going to start on, I guess it's page number 4. And we have our blue. And we're going to go to town. All right, guys. Back in a minute. Okay, so the back side I went ahead and did. This is the pocket from the collection. And I just pulled that out and put the main paper down and then added the pocket. The sheets on the back side and the front side of each one of these are really going to be kind of butt up in between each other. I am going to think about using a little bit of space in between, but see, this is the next one we're going to work on. There we go. So, well, the tape's not working on that. Let me see. There, maybe that'll hold. Yeah, so the front one and the back one are going to, pretty much be up against each other. I am going to try and give them a little bit of room, but we'll see. So this one's done. Of course, we still have tags to do, and we still have this to do. But for all intents and purposes, at this point anyway, it's done. Okay, so we have blue. Is this the front or the back? The front. We have a blue piece for here, and we've got this piece cut for it. So I'm going to do all the blue. In fact, I think I'm going to go through and do all the blue on this one and the next one, so that is all done, because everything else will be built on top of that anyway, because at first I thought, well, I could put something underneath or whatever, but no, we need to have the blue like it's a whole sheet. So I'm just going to build all of them and get done with that, and then I know how much blue paper I have left for all the other things that I have to do. You don't necessarily have to do that. So now I don't know what got on there. You don't necessarily have to do that if you have plenty of paper, cardstock for what you're working with. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll come back and then we can just kind of, whiz through the rest of these. The centers are going to be much more interactive. I'm going to make, on one, I think I'm going to make an accordion pocket, and on the other, I don't know yet. Yeah. And it will probably be an acetate accordion pocket, so that you'll be able to see the pretties and such underneath. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll be back once I get all the blues done, and then we can just, skitter right through the rest of this. All right, guys. Back in a sec. So I went ahead and I did this on every page I had left. So they are all done, and I cut down these pages so that they fit just the way I want to. So all of that is done. So then I just can take our base sheet from each one and start building. Now on this one, I was thinking of using these two. They're less than 6 inches tall, and they are 3 and 3/4 wide. But I thought about making doors, and then I pulled. Now this is that sheet that I ran on. It's got waves in it. I think there you can see it, but I'm going to cut these pockets out and put them on the inside, and we'll use paper behind the pockets, so they'll be on the inside of the doors, on the doors. And then I'm going to do something on here, possibly a larger pocket. So the door pieces will have to have some room for all of this stuff. Yeah. But only about 1/8 of an inch. I think we'll be fine with that. But here I'll be able to get some, like a couple of places to put photos. Obviously, you can put photos on top of here if you want. But we will have tags in the envelope here, in these envelopes, in these pockets. So yeah, so I think I wanted to try and start incorporating some of these. And I think making doors out of these would be really, really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out and cut these out. Once they're cut, I'm going to look at them. I might just go to the printed on the regular paper ones. I don't know yet, but we'll work that out. All right, guys, I'm going to get all set up and I'll come back to you. So I have another piece of 6 by 12, and on the 12-inch side, we're going to score a 1/2 inch on both sides. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Let's make a bunch of noise and throw things around. Are you guys all awake? Because I am ready to craft. So exciting. So exciting. Okay. So let's go ahead and... Okay. I did it on the wrong side, but that's okay. We'll just make it work. Make our valley a valley instead of our valley a mountain. Because this is textured on the one side, which I want out. All right. The next thing I want to do, just to make this, let's see, where am I? Is I want to get these puppies onto this paper. Yes. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the paper to fit. So I'm just going to take a little dot where I want to cut. Alright, so that will fit on that one. And then, I don't need to put it on there yet. And then this one, do the same thing. Let's get them on the way we're going to want it, with a nice white edge. And do I want to do blue edge on this? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. So did I do blue edge on everything that I did? Yeah, I kind of did, didn't I? Huh. I didn't do it on this. And I did pen with that. And I still have to cover this up, my little boo-boo, with my pen mark. So, I guess, see, now I didn't do it with this pocket. I think, I don't know. Let me see. I wonder, since this is the yellow section, what do I think about getting a little yellow in there? I just don't know if I'll have to cut my, I don't know. I'm not real wild about that. I mean, it's nice, but I'm not super wild about it. Yeah. It says it's springy, and there is some yellow in here, but yeah. Okay. So we will do some blue on these, but I'm still going to cut them down. And I believe these are both the same size, but you might as well measure to what's going to fit versus taking a chance. Don't take a chance. All right, and let's see. That will work for that one. And do I have a mark on here? No. Okay. All right. So I want this one on this side. And it's going to go right on the edge because there'll be the blue edge around there. And this one on this side. And again, we're going to line it up top and bottom. Looks pretty good. Well, since I cut the paper on the same, it's the same paper, it should be just fine. All right. So that's what I'm going to end up with. Yeah, and I think it would look fine if I had the blue on there. It would look great. I'm just going to have to cut these down just a smidge in order to do that. I really don't think I need to. Really, I don't. Bummer. And if I'm not going to, I made this one too large. And I made the other one too small to really do it. I don't really want to cut these down because they have a nice little edge on them. So, I'm going to go back to the original. I'm not going to put blue on these. Okay. Okay. Oh, but the blue would look so good. Listen to me. Isn't that horrible? And I don't know, it might be a little bit of laziness. Because it's a lot of extra, you know, it's that one extra step that you got to do. Plus I just don't know that it needs it. I'm going to go with my first impression and not do it. If I absolutely hate it afterwards, I'll just take a marker. If I absolutely hate it. But I don't think I will. Let's see. I am going to want a closure on here. And I think, yeah, these little circles will make great, you know, of those things where you can wrap your twine around it. So I'm going to cut these out. And I think those are the only ones that she's got that are round like that. There's these little jobbies, but or I could do a swing, but I think I'll just use these. Okay, so I'm going to get these cut out. I'll be back in a second. So I cut out a blue circle, and then I had a die cut. It's a scalloped edge. That was a slightly smaller circle. And then I cut my little circle pieces out. And I'm just layering them right on top of each other. So now I'm ready to do 2 of them whenever, you know, that time comes around. Okay, so that one went on just a titch crooked, and I didn't catch it before it dried. That's all right. It's good. So I think I'm going to put the yellow one here and the daisy one here on, you know, on these 2 papers. And I think I might put them up here, because I'm going to have pockets down here, which is going to make this area thick. So having something up here would be nice to balance the thicknesses out, instead of trying to put these down here where it's going to mess up with the pretties, as well as, you know, and we can put them like where they're in the same place on both ones, and then do a nice zigzag back and forth. That'll be kind of neat. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to lay these over inside my box so I have those for later. And see, do I want to do it that way? I think I do. I think I kind of like that idea. I do. Okay, so I am going to find my center. I always jab my finger. Oh, I didn't. Yay. Okay, so there's that one. And what color do I want? I think I've got some pretty blues and some pretty yellows. So let me pull those out. Yellow, yellow. Here we go. All right, let's see. Well, that's a little too mustardy. I don't like that one. Let me see what I have in the blue. The yellows. Yellows are always so hard. I don't know. What do I have in here? The yellow pearl, but that seems to be the only one I have with that pretty on it. All right. Let me see what I have in my blues. I think the blues are going to be easier to find a pretty color. And I've got little blue flowers. That's not the right blue, however. Let's see. I have this blue, and I have this darker blue. No on the darker. I think this blue will work nicely, so I'm going to pull 2 of these out. I only have them in the square, though. I don't have them in a round, but that's okay. I like them. It's a pretty color. Let me put this back in the yellow. And the yellow flower would totally work. It's just, if I had one that was not quite as neon. What about these little round ones? You know, I don't know. Let me try. Oops. Let me get another one of those little yellow ones out. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave these blue out in case I don't like them, but I think I'm gonna go with the yellow. All right, let's get this in here. these little short ones, and I don't have any fingernails. Push it in there. Get in there. Well, I like that on that, so that'll be good. Okay, and I'm going to use a spacer. I am going to get these in my Etsy shop. I've kind of pushed back my Etsy grand opening, or grand reopening, I guess you would call it, to May. I have so much craft supplies, and I'm kind of doing, it's not stuff that you find like, these are hard to find things, or that you have to buy them in such bulk that you're like, what am I going to do with 500 of those or whatever, you know? So I'm trying to be the one that has to buy. Let's see, I'm going to... Let's see. How can I do this way? There we go. Okay, I want to get it at the same distance. That looks pretty good. Up a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's find center. Okay, pick it up. And me without any fingernails to get this in. Come on, get in there. There we go. And a spacer. But no, what I'm trying to find are things that, you know, that you don't readily find. Like, I found some printable rice paper. And that's awesome. So I've got that coming. I found some heavy duty acetate. You know, like if you want to do an acetate pocket and put your closure on the acetate, this stuff is heavy enough that you can do that without any problems. And so I was excited to find that, but of course you got to buy a huge honking amount of them, or pay through the nose for 10 sheets. And I'm basically doing this to, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind making a little bit of money. and I'll make a little bit of money, but did I really do that upside down, or no? I think it's okay. Well, I could, no, it's okay. It's all good. Let's get this nice and centered. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm trying to find things that me as a crafter love to have to play with and work with and things like that. But you know what, the things that you can find in most stores, I'm just not going to deal with. I've got lots and lots of flowers that I just got in, laces, trims. I've got a boatload of little golden books, and I'm making kits, you know, like starter kits for the little golden books. It's not including any paper. It's the charms and laces and material and things like that. And you add your own paper. Most everybody's got their own paper. So, oh, well, now look what I did. That was silly. I put the spacer on the back. I need it on the front. Hold on, let me change this out. They're all fixed. Now we're going to glue this one on. I'm still out on this glue. Now this glue, as far as I can tell, is quite a bit pricier than the art glitter glue. But I did get another kind of glue to try, which is, I haven't tried that one yet. Probably on the next project I will get that one out. But I figured a whole project trying would be a fair. I don't dislike this glue, but I do believe it's more expensive than the art glitter glue. And the art glitter glue does grab a little quicker, so if you need a little bit more time as normal, you know, then this would be a good alternative if you find the art glitter glue to grab just a little too quickly for you. But all in all, it works very well. See, do I want a little bit of that edge showing all the way around? Yeah, that will be cute. That will be cute. Since I didn't put the blue, I think I'll leave some of the blue edge all the way around. Yeah. Yeah. And I keep putting this one on top, on the bottom, but yeah, I think I will leave it like this because you can see both of them this way. The other way you cover almost all of that. So might as well leave well enough alone. Okay. So I'm going to put this, go ahead. Oh, let's trim. Remember, don't cut off any of the score line. Let's go ahead and put these down. Make sure we're getting this in a good spot here and that it's straight. Okay. Doesn't look very straight when I open it, but yeah, yeah.
No, who wants cookies?
My husband came in. I'm going to give the puppies a cookie. They love getting cookies. Excuse me. All right, in just a smidge. Yeah, that's about where I want it, and then that's going to be good. All right. Oh, trim them down. All right. Then we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do on the inside to hide all right, is that nice and straight? Yes, it is. Burnish that down. Okay. Now, I do have, and I did go ahead, and like I said, if I would have used the art glitter glue and held them for just a second, they would have grabbed. They didn't with this barely art glue. But, like I said, if you find the art glitter glue to be a little bit too fast for you, see, and these are going to be cute. Okay. I think here I want to put What do I want to put here? And should I have put 1/8 of an inch on both sides? Too late now. So it's going to have to be something, something nice and flat. Okay, well, let's see what we have. That's too short. Let's see. Too short. Too thin and boring. All right. So we have that, or we could go with a darker yellow. This kind of has the same darkness of yellow. But I hate using these that I'm going to be covering up such beautiful prints on. Do I have anything that doesn't, like this one? But I only have that one. See, and then I can put a pocket on there and have a nice tag. And that is the only one I have that I guess the door is okay. And put the pocket right there. I could even center the door on the pocket. That would look cute. Okay, so we've got that chosen. But what to do with the center? I could make 3 little pockets. Let's see. I do have this bit of white here. Boop-de-boop-de-boop. Could make 1 pocket. Because I don't have a ton of space here. So I'm trying to find some more of my white small pieces. I've just got the 6-inch. That's it. Okay, so let's cut this. This is a 6-inch piece. And we're just going to cut this so that it will stay out of the score lines. So here is a whole sheet. Okay, and it's definitely going to work. All right. So, what do I want to do? I want to find, let's see, not large enough. Okay. None of these are going to be large enough. And I still have this. Or I could use the same blue in the center. I think I might do that. So that, yeah. And I think I'm going to just make an acetate frame. And we're just going to die cut it. Make it easy. Now, if you don't have a die cut, I will explain how you can do it without the die cut. So, I am going to want this to match up with the white flaps across the bottom. And I'm going to want it to match up with the white flap across the top. So let's see if this cut will give me what I need. Oops. I have so much stuff in this craft room right now. It is not even funny. Okay, so we are not straight. I need you right there. And a little bit off on that side. There we go. All right, let's see now. There. Okay. So, we're going to take this. We're going to take and mat this just like we normally would. And I think I will put blue on this one. So, I'm going to go ahead and put my blue and cut my mat once I get my blue on. And then I'll come back and I will explain what you'll need to do if you don't have a die cut. And then I'll go over what I'm going to do with a die cut. All right, guys, back in a sec.